Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy, and you're watching Ask Jeff, a YouTube channel that is here to help educate, empower, and encourage entrepreneurs. Thanks for watching. Hey, so I get this question all the time. People say, Jeff, how can I tell if I'm succeeding? How can I tell if things are like on track or moving the way they should? And I kind of boiled it down to input or output. Sometimes you get to measure input, sometimes you get to measure output. So let me explain what I mean by that. Let's suppose that you told a salesperson on your team, here's 10 leads, go run these leads and come back and give me the results. Well, it'd be easy to measure, right? You'd say, okay, I gave him 10 leads, he got 3 appointments and he closed 1 job. So what you'd be measuring then is you'd be measuring the output, what happened there. Another example would be if I'm a farmer and I decide I want to plant an acre of corn. We'd be able to measure how many bushels of corn came off of that acre at the end of the harvest time, and then we'd be able to say, okay, this was or was not a success. But sometimes measuring output is too late in the game. Because let's suppose that you are a farmer, right? Let's use that example. And you decide, okay, I'm going to measure my output. Well, when are you going to find that out? At the very end of the harvest season. And at that point, it might have been too late. Now, maybe you learn from that and you reboot and next year you do something different. But if I can't measure, or if it's hard to measure output, I instead prefer to measure input. So let's go back to the harvest analogy. I'm only going to get a return, a harvest, that's proportionate to the amount of seed I put in the ground. So I don't really care about measuring the output. That's more confirmation that I did what was right on the input. If I'm not plowing the field properly, if I'm not planting enough seed in the ground, if I'm not hoeing the weeds out, if I'm not watering, et cetera, you get the picture, right? There will not be a successful harvest. So for example, in my business, I own a business called Houston Window Experts. We don't measure the sales that we make. Yes, we care about that, but that's not our goal. We don't set goals to say, how much would we like to have in sales for the year? Instead, what we measure is input. And what I mean by that is, I have one role for our product specialist. They're the people who sell our products. I say, I want you to have masterful presentations. Every home you go into, no shortcuts. Do your very best. Give them the very best of what we have and who we are. If they buy, that's going to be the consequence of you doing a great job. If they don't buy, there's nothing different you could have done. So I measure the input. Let me give you another example on that. We have software that helps me determine if they're following up with clients, because when people decide to buy windows, sometimes it takes several days or weeks or months for them to arrive at that decision. It's a big purchase. So I want to see that you're following up. I want to see that you're sending emails. I want to see that you're making phone calls, that you're sending text, that you're replying to people in a timely manner, because those are all things about the input. When the input is great, the output's going to be whatever the output is. And it's usually really good too. So my question to you is, I don't know what kind of work you're in or what line of field you're in or what you're doing, but are you getting up every day and being disciplined to make sure that your input is great, it's consistent, and it's masterful? If you are, I think you're going to be successful. Don't wait until the very end to measure your success. Do it every day, every step along the way. Okay, if you have a question for me, go to ask@jeffludy.com, send me your question, maybe we'll make a video about it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, please, and smash that like button. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.